What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to yet another episode of the Madness Estate. We have a new class to show off today, and it's an interesting one. I'm going to preface this by saying, think of Abomination, while he has all his skills unlocked, and think of any class that uses Abomination mechanics to do what is called mode ladder, where you have one mode, you do X thing to enter Y mode. So say you have default mode, use two skills, you enter an offense state, right? And then you can shift back with a free action to go back to your default state. You use two other actions to go into X mode, or your defensive mode. Now take that idea of a transforming hero like that and apply Man-at-Arms and Flagellant both at the same time into one hero, right? Okay. Now you got that in your head. You got that mental imagery. Behold the Vermilion. This gal thrives in both mark and bleed teams. She is both an offensive monster and a defensive monster. She is offensive in the fact that she loves to apply bleeds and all kinds of debilitating attacks. She also fits the vibe of being a frontline commander, of ordering other people around, this, that, and the other, do their job more effectively. Where it being buffing your allies' accuracy or buffing your allies' damage reflection, that, and the other. But she also thrives in taking the hits, feeling the pain and all that stuff. She is leaning into the themes of S&M. And yes, it means exactly what you think it does. If you don't know what I'm implying, don't worry about it, you're probably not old enough to know. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, so she has 3 modes. I'm not even going to cover her battle skills or anything like that. I'm going to wait till I'm in combat, because she's a little bit complicated to try to explain with words alone. So just direct your eyes over here to her passive. She has default mode, to where she has Crack the Whip, My Command, Your Wish, and Drawn to Pain. 2 consecutive uses of Crack the Whip or My Command when she's in default, she goes into Sado mode. Okay? So 2 consecutive uses, or doesn't have to be 2 consecutive, excuse me. 2 uses of Crack the Whip or My Command, she goes into Sado. Alright? And Sado will unlock the heal, so she'll have heal, crack, command, and return to form. 2 uses, doesn't have to be consecutive, of Your Wish and Drawn to Pain, so Your Wish, Drawn to Pain, will enter Maso mode, where she'll also have Soothe and Suffer, and also return to form. This is basically a free action that's available in both transform states. This converts her from Sado or Maso back to default, and she can dance between the 2 skills. When she is transformed, whatever mode she's in buffs the other, basically. So think of Sado as an offensive kit designed to inflicting pain on the enemy, and Maso mode as more selfish, give me pain, hurt me more type of vibe, basically. The more pain she gets, the stronger she is, kind of like Flagellant. And kind of, like I said, kind of in the same vein of Man-at-Arms as well, with a little bit of Antiquarian because she has a Force Guard as well. She's pretty much a Dom. That's the best way to put it. Her camp skills follows similar theming and stuff like that. Aftercare, she has a self-heal, remove mortality debuff. Heals another ally, gets rid of mortality debuff. Whip into shape, basically command others to take less stress and have a chance to lose some health. Buff the stuffing. As forward presenting she is with her chest, she's not actually what she seems. So she's fluffing the stuffing in her coat and stuff like that, make herself look bigger than she actually is. She takes gets rid of some stress on elder allies. They'll either lose some stress or gain a little bit of stress. Because, again, it's not really... Her chest isn't real, it's fake. That sort of vibe. And then we have Polished Boots. This is pretty much a self-buff. Bleed, Blight, and Disease resistance increases. And her resistances are a little bit on the low end. So they're kind of spread out low average. And this kind of offsets that slight weakness. Now, Crack the Whip. This is a pretty good, usable in positions 1, 2, and 3. Good accuracy, not too big of a damage hit to her damage modifier. Decent crit. When it's in default, you get accuracy versus bleeding, and when this is in Sado mode, it becomes a bleed. And if it's the first action, it has more efficiency of landing and deals more bleed. When with my command, it's a force guard, pull an ally of 3. So you take someone, throw them to the front, they get a block. And then when she's in Sado mode, it also marks the target and gives them damage reflection. And if this is the first skill you use, they get even more damage reflection. So this is pretty good for keeping someone up in the front. It's leaning into the vibe that she is a commander, this, that, and there. It's also leaning into the Dom vibe and all that stuff. And then we have the heal. This is the third skill in her Sado mode. And this is only usable in Sado. She takes her iron heals and crunches you with it. And my god, is it a crunch. 115 actually, 8% crit. Neutral damage, armor piercing, 100% damage is marked. I crit for 39 with this skill. And on top of a speed debuff. And if this is the first action she uses in Sado, it's a stun and a crit multiplier versus marked. This is a good skill. It takes 2 actions to get to it, but it's a very good damaging skill. So she can do some pretty good damage. And then, 4th skill in Sado, she clears guard, mark, riposte, buffs her speed, and she gains 2 blocks. Now, Maso mode, she has Your Wish. This is a guard ally, marks self, and riposte. In default mode, this is a bleed. She backhands the enemy, makes them bleed a little bit, yada yada yada. And when you use this in Maso, it loses the bleed, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, it loses the bleed, and it turns that riposte into a debuffing the target 25% damage received. Very good, because this indirectly buffs dot teams, because the more damage you take with the debuff, the more bleed you'll receive. The higher the damage ticks will be from dot. And if this is the first action used, that becomes 180% base, basically, to land the debuff. Drawn to Pain. This one's interesting because it transforms from a pull to a 4/2, depending on the mode. In both forms, 85 accuracy, so it's not the greatest accuracy in the world. Usable in positions 2, 3, and 4. Hits enemies 2, 3, and 4. Small little crit. Marks the target. Default mode, this debuffs the target 100% bleed duration received. That's pretty good. And pulls the target too. 140% based on both of those. But when she is in Masa mode, she buffs her allies 15 accuracy versus marked. She moves forward to instead of pulling the enemy. And this is the very first skill she uses in Masa mode. Gives everyone crit versus marked. And then finally, we have Soothe and Suffer. This is a self-sustained skill, usable only in Masa mode. All allies minus 7 stress transfer horror from themselves to herself. She gets a little bit of horror, 1 for 10 rounds, and heals 3 for 3 restoration. She also receives even more restoration per 25 stress up to 100. So basically, the more stressed out she is, the more she's going to recover from her restoration. I've gotten like 17 points of restoration at one point at like 86 stress in one fight. This is really good for self-sustain. So, Masa mode, the return to form version of this, again, clear guard, mark, riposte, buff self speed, buffs herself 30% damage when she goes from Maso back to default. So, she plays 2 lines of S and M. She goes into S mode for the offense, or she goes into M mode for selfless, selfish, hurt me more type of defense. And both modes are pretty heavy on the offense. And she, like I said, she plays very well with both mark and bleed. She can do it all herself decently well if you're getting lucky with the crits, because her crit effect, she marks other monsters. But you want allies such as Houndmaster, Highwaymen, bounty hunter, either even modded classes such as Wraith. Wraith is really good with her. Wraith, the Bloodborne dudes that can bleed, they're always good with her. Falconer, that sort of thing. So anyone that can mark and bleed will do wonders with her, but she doesn't have to lean completely with mark or bleed. As long as you're leaning into some kind of bleed or mark, you'll get the most value out of Vanellope. Hopefully you guys were able to follow along with what I was breaking down her kit, but I'm just going to let the combat kind of showcase the natural flow of her gimmick, because it's really hard to kind of describe it in words. But when she's in combat, she has this little radio dial above her head, and there's a little needle that goes to the left and right depending on how many uses of the skill you have. So you have 2 ticks to the left for S and 2 ticks to the right for M. Say you use one S skill and one M skill, it kind of goes back and forth like a metronome, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of effort and little tiny details that they put into this mod. And you can also choose one of the skins. So she has 2 skins here, one without eyes, one with eyes, and then this one looks the same exact way, but it gets rid of that little meter above her head, so you don't have to deal with that. I would show the other skins, but I'm pretty sure they're not YouTube safe right now, so yeah. I would show them, but I can't. Anyways, that's the quick breakdown with her. Let's go ahead and jump right into the dungeon. Alright, here we go. We got an interesting fight to have. We have a tunneler, flesh eater, one of these 4-armed bastards, and a DD2 worm. Interesting. Okay, who do we focus here? Probably the DD2 worm next, and then the bristle and bone boy. Alright. I'm gonna put a mark out on this worm here. We can finish him off with Masochist. A good start there. Speak of the devil. Delete this worm, Musashi. Thank you, Musashi. Cherry blossoms in spring. Perfect. Well, no corpse to worry about there either. Go ahead, since I have fungal mushroom, let's go ahead and teeth rake this asshole. Or just miss, yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, do we go Sado or Maso here? Let's go and guard you and get some Maso mode going. Perfect. Smack. Woo. Oh yeah, that bypasses guard if I remember. Of course, he moves twice. That's fine. I love that slap animation so much. Okay. You know what? Let's go and do this. You want to attack Rex, you're going to hurt and attack Rex. Alright. Going to do this. Clear the mark off of Musashi. Do a small little heal.
A devastating blow.
Beautiful. And his arms are going to fall off. Ew. Beautiful. Thank you, Rex. Always lovely to use that move. Alright, now let's go ahead and draw the... I'm going to draw you up front. Or at least apply a mark. Alright, 6 demon banishment. Boom. Almost killed him, damn. Not bad. Don't you dare stun. Okay, good. Alright. You're leaned full into Maso, so that's alright. I almost want to get rid of the mark, but that's kind of the point of Maso mode. So let's go ahead and proselytize you. That should help a little bit. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Well, we have 2 targets that we can finish off with a flowing water cut. So let's get rid of the bigger threat.
As the fiend
Bye.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Beautiful.
The
Alright.
abyss returns.
And let's go ahead and just teeth rake.
Gaze.
Attack you. Surprised none of that's landing. Well, soothe and suffer. Small little heal for yourself. Get rid of the horror on everyone else.
The birthplace of
Yeah. Alright, perfect. Hey, just go burr! Alright. Get rid of that mark, Masashi, please. Thank you. And let's go ahead and crunch.
Continue the onslaught.
You know, maybe I should run
Them
his mark.
all.
Okay, let's go ahead and return to form. And whip.
Masterfully
Good. Get rid of that block. That's gonna hurt.
mortality clarified in a single strike.
Ugh. Yeah, that hurt. Boy, I am running his mark. I'm stupid. I am stupito. That's fine. Hey, Musashi. Get in there. There you go. Yep. Do a little heal here.
Sedated.
Yep. Let's go ahead and do a little damage here. No? Or miss. Blocked. Perfect. And 6 demon banishment.
Is broken. Maintain
Just stand against the tide is defeat. Good job. Could have gone a little bit more cleaner, but hey, not bad. Alright, we have a Swine Centurion, and one of the Color of Madness Shard Mercenaries from Walla Creature Collection. Okay, let's go ahead and start this off with a Bloody Ambition. Like so. Perfect. Now, I could lean into Maso mode, or I can lead into Sato. Let's lead into Sato. Dodge. That's fine. Put a mark out, or no. Put some damage on his Antiquarian. Like a soul. When petals in the wind on this asshole. Go.
time to perform beyond one's limits.
And he's throwing some nets out, lowering our sun resistance. Oh boy. Okay. The torch out. Okay, you have a mark. Let's go and proselytize Musashi. Like so.
Diminished.
Perfect. Oh, beautiful. This is perfect. Okay, teeth rake. Since this marks now.
Well struck.
Beautiful. Cool. We have 2 targets.
Precision.
Good job. Someone dying. Beautiful. Okay. Eeny, miny, mo. Catch a swine by the toe. I have caught yet another worthless object. God, I love Wanderer. Such a banger class, man. And let's go ahead and do this. Put my command on Musashi and activate his riposte and just laugh as he cuts everything down. Oof. He's taking some damage. Maxwell, I mean. So let's go ahead and heal himself. Alright, we're in full Sado mode. Heal! No stun, but hey, we're on it. Perfect. The front line's all set up and ready to go. Alright. I should have used Deep Stinger Talisman. Deep Stinger Trinket on Rex so he can bleed better. Might take off the well, we'll see how things go. No, he can still bleed with Teeth Rake. What am I talking about? He's fine. He's fine. Alright, perfect. We can finish you off, but let's go ahead and do a touch-up heal again. Like so. Alright, flowing water cup. Delete. What you got, Swine Tar? What you got? Huh? Really? I blighted you, but not bled you. Where are those odds? Look at this. Armor piercing, 100% damage versus Mark.
Strike.
Beautiful. Deleted for half his health.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Stupid Swine Tar. That's fine. Flowing water cut!
Their cursed champion falls.
And yet another worthless object cut down. Beautiful.
Huddled together.
Okay, let's go ahead and do a quick little camp here.
Rats in
There
a
we
maze.
go. Alrighty. So no one's got mortality debuffs. Go ahead and polish those boots. Okay, yeah, she still has place order marks at the moment. Alright, Rex. Let's go ahead. Thick scales is always nice. But since Musashi's going the way of affliction, let's go ahead and draw that blade. The blade cuts them down, their lives wilting in the sun. Haiku. Alright, perfect. Hollow ground, if torch above 75, dodge and prot. Tempting. Tempting. Yeah, let's go ahead and prevent nighttime ambush. And speaking some Latin, I'm not even going to dare pronounce that. I guess we can do whip into shape, or we can do something else. Whispers on the wind actually might be really good. Go ahead and do that. Can you hear it? Can you not hear it? Close your... Yeah. Marks went too fast. Okay, let's go ahead and rest. How can the cultists walk among the beasts like so? Is it the madness that...
The way is lit.
Ooh, here we go. Some squirmy boys. Yeah, go ahead and attack frickin' Musashi. Alright, one of these assholes.
Weakened.
Really? Immobilized? You gotta do that? Fine. Go and set up Bloody Ambition. Alright. You know what? Go and crack a whip. Get rid of this wreck. Hey, you actually landed. Good. Alright, let's put a mark out. This brick. Or not, or just dodge. Yeah, that's handy. Little bastard. You little bastard! Oh boy. Are we going to get a head collector coming in? I think we will if the Vanguard spawns.
Powerful blow.
Thank you, Musashi. Always nice. Well, guess we can hit something for decent damage. Let's get rid of this red.
The ground.
Thank you.
quakes.
Perfect. Alright. Look where it hurts. Nice, nice. Of course, he's still stealth. Oh, not anymore, he's not. Well, you know, he's just do this. Attack the rat. Do it. Attack the rat. Nice heal, Maxwell. Slap. No, she's stunned. Holy shit, he virtued. The body is a weapon and mine has honed to a razor's edge. He virtued. That's even better. Beautiful. Ugh. Gotta kill this damn thing. Alright. Well, let's go and clear that stun. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maxwell. Nice good bit of damage on his ass from the 2 riposts. Boy, oh boy. There we go. Oh, right, immobilize. That works! That fucking works. Freaking immobilize has weird interactions, man. Sent Musashi to the back and kept him up front. Impressive. Slap. Perfect. Alright. Well. Into Sada we go. And we can finish you off. I feel like this is a fucking Wanderer showcase over a Vermilion showcase. Jesus Christ. Musashi do all the heavy lifting here. Okay, here we go. Some DD2 warrant enemies. This should be fun. Alright, how do we want to begin this fight? You know what? Go and lean into it like so. Alright. Next up, you can do something like... I'm gonna mark this idiot. There we go. Goodbye. Hey, nice. Leaves in autumn. Perfect. Well, that certainly makes things easier. Don't mind that blight. I'm surprised you're not bleeding as much as you're blighting. Crazy. Like, none of my bleeds are landing in the warrens. There we go. Hey, we got a mark from her crit effect. Cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Put a proselytize on you. Put a riposte up on you. Okay. Do a bloody ambition on you, and laugh as they kill themselves upon us. Alright. Gonna do one of these. Come on. Hit someone. Good job. Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just throw ourselves into the back. Like so. And go ahead and whip this guy in the back. We can finish him off with Maxwell. Just like so. There we go. Now you are definitely going to die. Okay, burst you down a little bit. Show me what you got. Swing and a miss. Well, friend, you are dead.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Perfect. Alright, here we go. Boom! Heal to the shin. Yeah, well, Landers. Sure. Okay, let's see if I remember how to pilot these characters. Okay, so we have a Reaver, Bombard, another Reaver, and a Pain Warden. Gotcha. And for Fox Fang, honestly, who is the highest priority target to focus? Go for the Bombard. Get that bleed going. There we are. I'm gonna knock you senseless. Of course you miss. Good job. Alright, old Diggs. Let's do my favorite move in the game. Minecart crash! Aw. Ever since it got nerfed, it's not as strong. Deserved. But it still shuffles them. Alright, do we want to go Maso or Sado? Honestly? Let's go Maso. And focus on the Pain Warden. Come here, you. Now you're marked. Reveal the weaklings. Oh, Diggs lost stealth. That's fine. Going without trinkets on some of these guys. Why? Because I'm lazy and I didn't feel like scrolling through my massive trinket box. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this. Oh my god, can't talk. Nice. Landed that. Sanguine Spear. Yeah, let's go ahead and spread these bleeds. I gotta say, Sanguine Spear on Jake is really good. Okay, so she's in knife mode. Let's go ahead and do one of these. No blade. Damn. Hey you! Come up front. Ah, bloody ouch. You're fine, Diggs. In case anyone doesn't realize, these are all part of the Silken Dagger mod group, coalition, faction, whatever you want to call them. Alright, let's go ahead and chain lightning. Reaver here. Nice. Perfect. So far so good. I think Diggs is better off using Prospect and I guess Pack Tactics. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Fox Fang it up. Get these bleeds spreading. Ancient Remedy! Of course you do. Well, let's go ahead and lean into Sado mode. There we go. See how the little meter ticks to the left? Part of her whole gimmick. Well, you're dead.
As the fiend falls,
Death by 1,000 paper cuts, the team. I love it. I fucking love it. Alright, and then we can Siphon Strike. Like so. They're beautifully synergistic. I just gotta adjust Diggs a little bit. Okay. You're almost dead. Let's go ahead and hit you. Well, you're for sure dead.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Well,
Confidence surges as the
heal right to the shin. There we go. Took a little more damage than I'd like. Alright, so we have more Wildlanders that decided to show up. I'm going to take a moment to kind of talk about the team for a second. So, this team if y'all know your modded classes and all that, you might realize that there's no real direct healer. However, that should not be a concern, as Vixen, Seeker, Vermilion, the rat there, and Gem Hunter all have some way to self-sustain to some degree. So, I'm going to be banking on all of the characters' strengths and playing that to my advantage. So Jake is going to be hitting them with Siphon Strike to heal. Vixen is going to be using her unique Disengage to heal. She can heal through her muscle mode. And of course Diggs can just eat some rocks, even though I don't have it equipped right now. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to use Diggs in this team, but I believe these four can work pretty well together. Anyways, onto the fight. So let's go ahead and for Vixen in this setup with this team, having Fox Fang equipped is probably ideal. So I might take off Love Tap and run Adam's Drive, something of the sort. But yeah, I might run Madam's Drive over Love Tap just to have a bit more stable DPS no matter where she's at. Don't really need Vixen Vial unless I need the stress healing, but let's go ahead and do this fight. So let's open up with Fox Fang. Honestly, the scariest thing is that Raptor due to the AoE, but I don't like this Bombard because of the stun, so going to do that. Perfect.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Lots of party damage there. That's probably the this group's weakness, is AoE damage like that. Okay, so we're going to do Draw on the Pain right here on the Pain Warden. And pop a torch and draw the pain. Surprised I hit. There we go. Now let's go and use Fury from Beyond, just to increase our chances a little bit, or bleeds. That's fine. Go ahead and put a mark out on you. That's going to become relevant very quickly. Ugh. Fuck off, Bombard. Good dodge. Alright, now it begins. It's going to start with you. Alright, let's get that jolt in. I would like to get Maledict going as well. Would love to land a couple Sanguine Spears. That's probably his best skill in my opinion, other than Gravity Well, but I love Sanguine Spear. Okay, let's go ahead and get this party started, shall we? Let's go ahead and use Lethal Lure. Yeah, right on you. Come on. There you go. Raptor is going to be a pain. You bitch! You want it? Oh, whatever. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and solve our accuracy issues, yeah? There we go. Got 2 bleeds out. Oh. I really want the rat in position 1 or 2. Okay. I guess mark the Raptor here. Still trying to get a grasp on running this team. It's been a while since I ran some of these dudes.
Singular strike.
Alright, we're going to need to start getting some self-sustain going here. So, we're going to need a Siphon.
Press disadvantage. Give them
There
no
we are.
quarter.
Wish I had a way of restoration on them. Okay, let's go ahead and disengage here. Perfect. And then, this will work. Yeah, stunned. Good. Now, go ahead and lean into either Maso. Now, let's lean into Maso. Of course not. But it puts her in Maso anyway. Okay. Already. I'm gonna hit you with the Foxman. Yeah, I'm just going to lean into her knife mode more.
Well struck.
Good crit, dude. Holy hell. Very good crit. A little stress. A little stress ain't gonna hurt anybody. Thank you, Jolt. Now, let's see. Soothing stuff. Allies my 7 stress, transfer horror, heal 3 for 3 for 25 stress. This would be really good if she's like stressed out. So Masa mode really leans into her being a kind of like a flagellant. Being a flesh tank, just take all the blows. Whereas Sato, she really leans into inflicting pain on the enemy. If you don't know what S and M means, I don't know what to tell you. I have to be YouTube appropriate. Say it that way. Okay, you're stunned, and you're taking some damage. Let's go ahead and do something like this. Give you some blocks. Oh yeah, pack tactics is going to be good. Stunned. Jake is stunned. Nope. Really? Interesting. Good. Well, we can do the old Siphon Strike once again. Siphon Strike doing its job. Okay. Well, that means we can do Return to Form. Like so. And crack that whip.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
Perfect.
the offensive.
And that's generally how the team flows. I'm going to have to take a minute to kind of refine some of my skill picks, but you can see the vision. Alrighty, we got an interesting encounter here. 2 skulkers, a schemer, and a wretch. Go ahead and open up with Fox Fang right there on the ski. Good crit. Beautiful. Alright, Fury from Beyond. Get that buff going on everybody. Alright, so one thing I've actually just realized that Devious Dig got changed to where it can hit position 1. So that is actually quite handy. But let's go ahead and pack tactics it up and give that to old Seeker here. Alrighty. Then decided let the... You know what? That's exactly what I wanted to do. Perfect. So that way, on repulse, we can bleed everything. Perfect. He's got a skitter. Vermilion has an annoying quirk right now called Betrayer, so it's causing her to act out and do things without my say-so. Alright, lots of bleeds in the enemy team. That's good to go. Don't disease. Alright, perfect. Okay, we can do Madam Drive and hit that skeever pretty hard. Or we could lethal lure Gulker. Now let's Madam Drive. Like so. Hey, that works. There we go. Then we can chain lightning you. That'll work. Alright. Let's go ahead. Strish Snack. Eat some Fruity Pebbles. And Devious Dig. On you. Of course not. Ah, you asshole. fine. Swing and a miss. Okay, is that going to pop the jolt? Did not. How does jolt interact again? Is it based off their attacks? Start a battle or after. Jolt and Maledict attach to target monster, triggering at the end of that monster turn, and trigger 33,6,700 chance to complete. So increasing after every non-completing trigger. So it's guaranteed to pop after turn 3, basically. So next time he goes, that'll be a 60-ish% chance to activate. Okay, so we're kind of teetering between default and Maso. We can use Maso one more time to lock her into Maso, or we can start using Crack the Whip to lean toward Sado. Let's go ahead and lean into Maso and do something like this. So your wish. Let's go ahead and guard digs. There we go. Let's see how this goes. Go ahead and chain lightning you. Of course I missed. Dodgy little bastards.
Slowly, gently.
Okay.
This is how a life is
Now,
taken.
let's go ahead and move forward. Actually, no. We'll do the thing. Alright, right to the front. Okay, that works.
How quickly
Good.
the tide turns.
We have a block for a reason. Right to the back line. Perfect. That stopping riposte. Okay, now we can pack tactics. There we go. We're getting the team's flow down now. Right? Okay. You can soothe. Stress for horror. No one's really horrid or stressing, but she does need the heal. Let's go ahead and use this. Yo, 17 freaking heal.
Consumes the mind.
Massive. Alright, let's start finishing them off now. What you gonna do? Okay. That works. Not bad. And she's going to heal in between the
So
next
too
fight.
will resistance.
Alright, here we go.
Annihilate.
Boom! Heal to the shin. Alright, y'all, that will be it for this video. I hope you like the vibes that is the Vermilion, the dumb rat with a whip. Anyways, thank you for sticking around till the end of this video. Just want to thank each and every single one of you guys that watch these, all that. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz, and stay tuned for a stress cast coming in the possible future. Pretty soon, actually. We're going to be covering that community tier list, part 2, that happened 6 months later after last year. And we're going to compare some data from the last poll, this one. See who fell, who rose, who fell, some new classes. We're also going to cover some recent classes that have came out, talk about modding scene, future modding, yada yada yada. You know, what we've been up to. It's been a while since me and Mousy did another podcast, but I think it's time. We're overdue for another one. We've done like 4 of them. Last one we did was like 6 hours long, and we're not doing that again. But anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.